where students are able to make mistakes, and it's sorry again, it's not really mistakes. It's just free a way to express themselves. I would say, so it's their way to express themselves, and it doesn't have to have the right term. You can explain it in simple language and simple English, but it's the key is for the other person to understand what you are trying to say. And
Okay, hello, good morning everyone.
good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is a podcast session, Cangkir ya, berbincang dan berpikir, talking and thinking. Yeah, today we are diving into the world of English language learning and exploring how it can be used to enhance classroom interactions, especially in Poltekkes Kemenkes Yogyakarta, Indonesia. And now we have a guest. Usually I call her Miss Ai.
Yes.
Yeah, from WHO. Yeah. Okay, Miss Ai, you may introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. So my name is Ai Tanimizu. I am the technical officer for nursing and midwifery, working in the regional office for Southeast Asia. I am based in New Delhi, India, looking after the 11 countries.
All right, welcome to the show, Miss Ai.
Thank you.
And also Miss Ika Fatin.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
everyone.
she's the new member.
Yes, I'm still new in Poltekkes, but I'm an English lecturer in nursing department.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, thank you very much to attend this podcast. Yeah, in Yogyakarta, you have visited us since Monday, right? Since Monday, you have arrived in Jogja. I really excited to see you and chat about this topic. Yeah. Well, there are several questions for you. Yeah, about this topic. Yeah. Actually, let's jump right in. How can English language learning can actually improve our classroom interactions? How do you think, Miss Ai?
I think thanks so much for that question. I think it's an interesting topic. And, in Poltekkes, we're trying to enhance international health program, especially in nursing. I think English is as a common language and one of the international languages, also one of the 6 UN languages. It's a means of communicating, especially with people from different cultures. And I find that even in the same country, sometimes English is spoken because it sets a common ground. I know that you have students from other countries coming in as well, and then hopefully your students will also get opportunities to interact with people outside Indonesia and also maybe work abroad in the future. And in that sense, I find English is definitely a way to communicate. It's a resource, it's a tool to make sure that you can communicate with people from various backgrounds. And also, I find that language has a potential to enhance learning, meaning sometimes there are terms that are not used in one language, but also in another. So so sometimes there are terms in the English language that are not used in other language, so that it can facilitate enhanced learning that way as well. I'm not sure if you agree to that, Ms. Ika.
But
what do you think,
agree more
Ms. Ika?
with you. Yes, English is a bridge for communication, right?
Yeah.
For people from different countries.
That's true.
I think we still face a lot of challenges, right, in English teaching and learning. Many students are still face some problems, especially in speaking skills. They're still shy. Yeah, actually, we have a coaching class before this podcast. Yeah, so Miss Ai, you can share us about it. Yeah, you know that many students are still shy, shy to speak English. They
Shy
still,
cat.
yeah,
Malu-malu kucing in Indonesia.
Okay.
Neko.
afraid of making mistakes.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I understand. I think when you're not confident, it becomes very difficult because we don't want to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I think
of
they're shy
course.
to make mistakes. But I find when I was interacting with the instructors, I found that the lecturers here are they create this open environment and a safe environment for students to practice. And I think students can use the lectures as a resource, to if they don't understand a concept, they can ask the questions. This is a
Yeah.
safe environment because out in the real world, they may not have people that would fix, and again, also with English language, you don't have to be perfect to speak English.
That's right.
And even in any language, right? Like when I speak to people from another culture,
Yeah.
I know that I cannot speak fluently, but what matters is that you are trying. That you are
Yes,
trying to
yes, yes.
connect
The
to
effort,
the
right?
Yeah, the effort, exactly.
The effort.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're from Japan, right?
Yes.
And now you're working in
India.
India. Can you speak Indian?
Hindi.
Hindi.
I learned some Hindi. I live in North India in New Delhi, in New Delhi, so that's where they speak Hindi. And I have been practicing, and I have been learning Hindi, so I can speak just a little bit, just enough so that I can live there.
I just know Namaste.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, but the struggle is real, right? To cope the language barriers when
Of course.
we meet new language. Yeah, it's the same like our students,
Yes.
because nursing students are not from English background, English departments. So yeah.
Yeah. Actually, maybe they are shy because English is not our mother tongue. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first language that we learn is Indonesia,
Indonesian.
and maybe for Japanese
Japanese, yeah, we
language.
speak Japanese in daily conversation.
Yeah, in daily conversation. So they must struggle really hard to try to embrace themselves to speak English. Yeah, don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to make any mistakes. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
and
chasing perfection. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I find that right now there are so many resources out there to help to understand or learn the language.
Yeah.
So for myself, learning Hindi as well as I tried to learn French in the past.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Because our headquarters is in Geneva in Switzerland, where they
Oh.
speak
French.
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 Very difficult,
I-
right?
Yes, very difficult.
Pronunciation is quite
Very,
different from
very
English.
difficult.
Very
And I think understanding the language structure has been difficult, but it's always such a blessing for me to be able to learn a new language because it just creates another way for me to communicate with people and understand their culture as well through
That's
language.
right.
And that's what I really enjoy when I
That's right.
study language.
Yes,
Yeah.
I really agree with you. We couldn't separate language and culture, right? So when we learn a language, of course, we should know about the culture. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
true, yeah. And beyond the language itself, for example, Miss Ika is the English language in our campus, yeah. How can the teachers can use English language learning activities to create a more interactive classroom environment?
Okay.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Miss Ika and
Maybe
both of
Miss
you?
Ika?
Yeah. Or Miss I first?
okay,
Yeah,
you can be
no
the
problem.
first.
No problem. No problem.
Okay. After the observation, the
sorry.
previous observation from the
Yes.
class.
I just observed a class
Yeah.
For nursing lecture, and again, I think it was great to see how the lecturers are using English to teach these concepts. I know that it's not easy for Indonesian Bahasa speakers or even Japanese speakers to teach in another language, but I think this is the students also is an opportunity to know that for the lecturers it's difficult as well. For the students it's difficult, but also for the lecturers.
Yeah.
And I think it's the lecturers would understand what the students are going through right now. Studying in English. Because they also go through the struggle. Like I also, when I studied nursing, it was in English language, but like I was saying in the lecture, it was like learning another language. I understood English, but nursing terms are not always English. It doesn't make sense to me. So
That's true.
because it's another language, it's based in Latin language, and that's why I find it's like learning two languages in one, when
Yeah.
you're going through the international health because you're learning English as well as, nursing terms that are based
Nursing
in
terms.
Latin. Yeah, but I think teachers are able to enhance classroom interaction through English because they are the facilitators. They're facilitating the learning, and by creating this safe environment, open environment, where students are able to make mistakes, and it's sorry again, it's not really mistakes. It's just free a way to express themselves. I
Yeah.
would say, so it's their way to express
understand.
themselves, and it doesn't have to have the right term. You can explain it in simple language and simple English, but it's the key is for the other person to understand what you are trying to say. And what's important is that you try.
That's right.
That you just keep practicing because you need to practice in order to be able to get better at language.
Yes.
Language is something, if you don't speak, you lose. So I find that, by the teachers creating this safe environment, students should be able to practice, maybe by doing more discussions, having debates, doing
Yeah.
presentations. Presentation is
Group work.
group work. Yeah, I find that those are easier because they can practice ahead of time. Whereas debate, it's really on the spot. You put the students
Yeah.
on the spot, like, let's discuss this right now,
So it's
which
more
might be a bit
critical
difficult.
thinking, right?
Critical thinking. Yeah.
Over to you, Miss Ika.
Okay, yes, I agree with you, Miss. Yeah, everything. But yeah, English is like not only students' problem, but it's the lecturers itself. Especially we are from Indonesian and then from Japanese. Yeah, we are not confident with our accent. We say medok, yeah.
Yeah. Indonesian English.
Indonesian English.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
So it influences our confidence when we speak English. Yeah, many lecturers have said to me, Miss, I'm not confident because my English is bad. My accent, Japanese, like that.
So I would ask them, what is a perfect accent?
Yeah.
There is no perfect
There is no
accent.
perfect
What's it?
accent.
The standard for us is like American English or British English.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's a native speakers.
But it makes you unique by having the accent.
Yeah.
It tells people that you are from Indonesian
From
background,
Indonesia.
and there is no perfect, there is no perfect pronunciation, right? Again, it might be easier, but what is important is that you keep trying.
Yes.
That's true, yeah. Couldn't be more agree with you all. Actually, there are also Singaporean English, Singlish.
Yes,
Yeah, they are
English,
very, very
yeah.
confident with that. Yeah.
Indian English.
And no
Indian
problem.
English, yes,
Indian
there's
English,
English.
yeah. Of course, yeah. What do you think? Are there any specific activities that you recommend to engage the English atmosphere in our campus? Yeah.
I think we can use multi how do you say multi modalities. There are many ways to enhance classroom learning, not just the didactic by having the lecturer speaking to the students, but really using more interactive models. I was just talking in the class before where you can do gaming. You can use YouTube, you can
Yeah.
use other resources that are available. Mentimeter, we were speaking
Mentimeter.
about.
Quizzes.
Again, there are other ways to enhance classroom learning beyond just a typical traditional way
That's right.
Yeah.
of classroom learning. And I think right now with the use of social media, there's just so many ways that students are receiving information, and also again in English as well. I think for learning, maybe one of the projects could be create a video, a short video
Yeah,
of
vlog.
how you would express this. And it might be not just expressing through language, but maybe being very creative. It might not be the traditional way of education, but I think this is where we're headed to.
Yeah.
Lectures challenge here nowadays.
Yes.
I think I have one
How about
question
you?
for you.
Yeah.
I have one question.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
A special question.
Yeah, special question.
And actually, that's one of my challenges. After I come to Poltekkes, and then the head of nursing department challenged me to create an English atmosphere.
That's right.
Actually, we have in nursing department we have a program, namely English Days.
Oh, wow.
So it is on Tuesdays and Fridays. But in fact, many lecturers, many staffs, many what is it? People in nursing department keep silent. So do you have any tips?
Any
to
tips?
increase
Wow.
their motivation
To engage them.
To
Yes,
engage them, yeah.
engage them.
Yeah.
I think it would be
Speak English.
right,
Yeah.
right. I think it would be to involve them in activities that they like. Like I don't know what the student atmosphere is and what types of activities they like, but I find that, for example, there are many trophies out.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
some
Trophies, yeah,
trophies, meaning there are some activities that go on. I
Yes,
think.
including English competition.
Actually,
including
we
English
got a lot of
competition.
trophies from
Yeah,
English
from
competitions in
English.
here.
Oh, so
Yes.
the English is actually very
Yeah,
high.
some of the students got very good potential in English. Yeah, they love to take some competition in English too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we got overall champion for past few years. Yeah, we always got overall
Yeah,
champion
in-
between Health Polytechnic in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think use of social media right now. Creating campaigns.
Campaign.
Making a small competition maybe through English, and so that they can submit it in a form that again, it might be, I don't know, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know what you use here or what's most popular.
More millennials, yeah.
Yes,
More
yes,
millennials.
more
Millennials
millennials
programs.
or more Gen Z programs.
More
Gen
Gen Z.
Z.
Yeah, that's right.
Gen Z programs. Yes.
We come from different generation.
Yes, and this is the reality of healthcare right now, or in any society. We have people coming from different generations, and what we think is important is different based on which generation you are from, and the way we work is different, the way we learn is different. I think as lecturers we need to understand that and create
the
an
attitude as well.
attitude as well. Yes,
Attitude.
definitely. And what motivates people is we know that it's different based on the generations. But I think something that would involve everybody, something simple to do, to create this English culture or English environment would probably be helpful. Or something exciting for the students as well. What do they like?
Yes.
What do they like?
Try to find it.
Yeah.
Actually, I give you a clue. Yeah, we love to make a competition in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That's a great idea.
why there are so many
maybe you can do
trophies.
that.
Okay,
Yes, in here.
competition between students or
Between students,
lecturers?
between lecturers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, between staff. Yeah, also. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. Yeah, I find that you were telling me that even the staff are taking English language class.
Actually,
Courses. Yeah,
one
we
of
have
our
that one.
IT team, yeah, Mr. Harsono, always make a submission in vlog competition.
See, there you go. There you go.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yes.
You may start with that. Yeah.
Yes. Why don't we start with that?
In nursing
Okay.
program.
In nursing.
Yeah, specifically.
Nursing. Okay, becomes the pioneer, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
becomes the
other-
pioneer, and the other will
Departments.
Oh,
follow.
I'll give
Study
you one.
programs.
I'll give you one. I think there are traditional English and newer English that is coming up. So, for example, in the past, if you say, "Oh, that's sick," it's a very negative word.
Yeah.
Right.
That's sick is very negative. But actually, in this newer generation, that's sick means that's so cool.
Very cool.
That's so cool.
So
So
cool.
one of the competition
Yes.
might be finding those types of words, that have a different meaning. They have the complete opposite meaning, but it's important for students to learn because you don't want them getting offended if someone says that's sick, like
That's
Yeah.
sick.
that's sick, like
That's sick.
ooh, that's not very good, but it actually might mean that's actually very,
Very
very,
cool.
good.
Yeah, the opposite meaning.
Yeah, so they have a complete opposite meaning. So,
Yeah.
but when you look up in the dictionary, you won't find, the newer terms.
The
You
newer
have- Yeah.
terms, yeah.
Yeah, it's, the body language also influence the meaning, right?
Yes, yes,
When we
definitely.
say
Definitely.
that's sick,
yeah.
That's sick.
how's the expression?
That's sick.
That's sick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sick. That's sick.
Wow. Those are really fantastic ideas, Miss Ikaya.
You think that we can learn today?
Yeah, you must be passionate with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Thank you. This has been a fascinating conversation actually. Do you have any final thoughts, or for our listener there, in Cangkir, in our YouTube channel, how they can leverage English language learning to create a more interactive classroom?
Yeah, I think challenge yourself. This is it's you who's going to benefit by speaking more and practicing more. And you're really doing this for yourself. And the more you practice, the better you will become. And don't be shy because there are no mistakes. Because if the other person understands you, you are getting it right. And that's what we want. And I want you to be confident and not be shy on making mistakes, because again, there are no mistakes. It's just trying and trying and trying.
Yeah.
The more you use it, the more it's going to come into you. The more you listen, the more terms you are going to learn. And use your facilitators, use the classroom as an example, you know, and I would encourage you to learn from each other. And you have a great resource, such as Miss Ika, who's here for English language, for nursing studies.
I really glad that she has joined us. Yeah, for this year.
Thank you. Are you sure?
So she can empower our English atmosphere in
yeah,
here.
I'm still learning after.
But I do find that the English language level here is pretty high. I
really?
find that
Really?
yes, I find that everyone I speak to, they surpass my expectation. Actually,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
So
very
I'm
much.
very impressed actually with everybody who I've encountered so far.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
That's a
In
prize, but also
in Javanese language, matur nuwun.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, matur nuwun.
What's the answer?
Sama-sama.
Sama-sama.
Sami-sami.
In Japanese, sami-sami.
Sami-sami.
Yeah,
Sami-sami.
sami-sami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you? What do you think, Miss
Yes,
Ika?
I think so. I really agree with what Miss Ai has said before. Yes, mistakes show that we are learning. Yeah, and sometimes we learn a lot from our mistakes, right? Yeah, we still remember that we ever made a mistakes, and then we try to avoid it, right? So, everyone, not only students but also lecturers as well, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Okay, I think that's all.
Okay.
That's
All
it.
right,
What
yeah.
about you?
Yeah, I think the key to create a safe and supportive environment, English environment in Poltekkes Kemenkes Yogyakarta is to make students feel comfortable to express themselves in English, yeah, and taking risks, making mistakes, yeah. So when the students are engaged to taking risks, try, and you will halfway there, and they will feel having fun through learning English, and learning becomes a natural outcome, yeah, for that, yeah. Okay, thank you very much for your time, yeah, Miss Ai and also Miss Ika.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Rizky.
for joining us today, yeah, in Cangkir Berbincang dan Berfikir. Hope that we can see you again, yeah,
Thank you.
for next meeting, yeah. See you again. We will close it with our gesturization. Yeah.
Okay.
Gesturization. Okay, yeah. Poltekkes Kemenkes Yogyakarta, excellent,
Excellent.
cultured, and worldwide.
Cultured.
Yeah. Okay.
Worldwide.
Once again, Poltekkes Kemenkes Yogyakarta, excellent,
Excellent.
cultured,
Cultured
and worldwide.
worldwide.
See you.
Okay.
See you.